Well, so oop. Welcome into We Talk Ball. I'm Chris. That's Austin. National Championship preview, transfer portal talk, craziness. How we doing tonight, Austin?
Doing good, man. Tired. It's been a long week at work, but it's natty weekend.
It is. Man, I hate to like what's it called? Rehash something. But we really got to stop putting the natty. We gotta stop putting the natty on Mondays.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, I think it is earlier this year, isn't it?
They said that it's supposed to be at 7:30, but that's the pregame festivities. Somebody tweeted out it starts at 7:50.
Okay. That's normally when it's a 7:30, like TV
Yeah.
time, 7:50 has been that's still a better than, wasn't it 1 year? Was it like 8:30 was the start time?
Yeah. Oh my
Um, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people post some ways to get the national championship to be on New Year's Day, and I think that would be awesome.
It'd be awesome if we could fix this calendar. Joseph, I think I beat y'all here. Hey, we love that. That's awesome. Somebody was waiting on this. Joseph is turning into a loyal YouTube guy, Ole Miss fan. Uh he'll drop the drive by. We did the Veteran Sports Voice podcast, Austin, and I was on it instead of producing it, and he was dropping by doing the FLSU stuff on it. A couple of things before we get started. I want to give a shout out to the Mercer Bears home field. Every so often I'll wear a small team shirt, and the Mercer Bears, which is where Austin well, I mean, technically it's not where he lives, but close enough.
Close enough.
Those Mercer Bears, right where down the road from Austin. So got to rep the Mercer Bears. Go Bears. And also a quick shout out, early happy birthday to our co-host Austin, turning the big 5-0.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not 5-0. 10 years too early. 10 years too early.
Turning the big 4-0, my boy Austin. Happy birthday.
Okay. Thank you,
Even
sir.
though it's tomorrow.
Yeah, can't believe I'm going to wake up and be 40 years old. I'm only 10 years away from 50.
It's getting pretty old, man.
It sounds bad. Like when I hear somebody say they're 40, I'm like, oh, that person's kind of old. And now I'm like, damn, now I'm that person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What did I turn? I'm
yeah,
38.
yeah, you
Yeah,
had a
38.
you appreciate it, Joseph. Yeah, you had a birthday this week too.
Yeah, Veteran Sports. They did that to me, so I was like, I gotta do that to Austin. They had it on my
Yeah.
birthday. But yeah, Joseph, happy early birthday, Austin. Appreciate it, Joseph.
Thanks, Joseph.
Yep, he's got a big birthday tomorrow. But all right, anything you want to add before we get started? Anything on your
Let's
mind
go.
from the week? All right,
Let's
well,
go.
let's
Let's
get
dive
into the
in.
portal. Sam Levitt to LSU. Um, Man, I like it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I worry too much about quarterbacks and Lane Kiffin. I'd mentioned this on the Veteran Sports Voice podcast about about Lane Kiffin and quarterbacks. Like, to me, it just doesn't really matter. I was trying to find my notes, but I can't find it. But I was trying to find my notes. But you know how Lane does with quarterbacks, man. I don't know. I like this fit, Austin, especially with the receivers they brought in.
Yeah, I think so too. I've kind of thought about it, and I feel like I feel like it's a safe grab by Kiffin. I don't know. I kind of thought he might go after somebody a little more dual threat. But no, I think it's a solid. I think it's gonna be great for Sam Levitt's future. We were both super high on him coming out of last year or year before, and then this season we're kind of like, ugh. I don't know if I feel the same about him or not, but if anybody can bring out the best in him, I think it'll be Kiffin.
Yeah, I wish I could find my notes on it, but it was something like it was before the season. It was 5 years. Lane Kiffin quarterbacks had like 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, something to that effect, and they had like a 82 QBR, something like that. It was just like it was a stats and numbers that kind of proved that quarterbacks in his scheme and system generally are pretty successful. I mean, you ain't even really got to look up anything. I mean, Jackson Dart did phenomenal in it. Matt Corral did phenomenal in it. Trinidad Chambliss, phenomenal in it. Yeah, I mean, every quarterback he's had done pretty well in that system. Chris Martin, like he said, QBU with Lane Kiffin there, and I kind of agree. I think he's going to be fine. I love the wide
Dude,
receiver they pulled in too, though.
I can't help but I always go back to um and this was, I think, heck, was this before the playoffs? I don't even remember now. Yeah, I guess it would have been before the playoffs, but Kiffin was one play away from having Alabama in national championships with was his name Chris Sims?
No, Blake Sims.
Blake
Yeah,
Sims, yeah,
Ian,
with
Ian brought him
Blake
up on the veterans.
Sims
Yeah,
at quarterback. And I mean, that was just I think, even though that one didn't lead to a national championship, I think that was one of the best coaching jobs ever, because that team just didn't have the dogs that you're used to seeing.
yeah, and I said this on the other show the other day, Veterans Sports Voice podcast, that you can say what you want about Lane and his antics and his shit with how he left Ole Miss, but to me, the guy's one of the best play callers in college football. He's it's fascinating to me. I don't want to get into this, but like he's how he should be talked about how we talk about Sark in the media, like how the media talks about Sark. Because
Yeah,
to me, I like him better than Sark. I think he's
I
way better.
I put I put him ahead of Sark.
I'd put him ahead of anybody. Like I think he's the best in the game. I don't think he gets near enough credit because of his antics, and I get it. They can rub people the wrong way, but I think he's um and like Joseph said, and Joseph's an Ole Miss fan. I mean, he can admit it. His in-game play calling is second to none, and he's right.
Yep.
I think two things can be true. Lane can be a ego maniac. You know, he can be kind of a dick, and but he's a great play caller, and I think this is phenomenal. I'm still curious to what they do like with the line of scrimmages. I think that's the biggest concern going into the season. They've addressed the wide receiver position. I love that they got Eugene Wilson from Florida, Jace Brown at K-State. I wanted Georgia to go after him so bad. They got him. He's a speedy guy. They also got the quarterback positions kind of set up for the future with going to get that Hudson, I think it's Longstreet, USC quarterback that was highly recruited out of high school. So they've gotten kind of the skill sets and the quarterbacks, and they got Caden Durham to come back at running back. So I'm really excited about those. I'm curious to see how they're doing the offensive line though.
I
DJ Lang,
and
go ahead.
I before you move on, if anybody that I'm not concerned with, you give Kiffin the boys to run, and he can make up for the lack of offensive line. There's not
Yeah,
many coaches I can say that. I think most teams, like, you give Alabama an offensive line this year, and they're probably playing Monday night.
yeah.
Um, but if anybody can make up, you give him the dogs to go do something with the ball. He can make up for a lack of offensive line.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris said, yeah, we just talked about him. Yeah. And I like what they did on the quarterback position. Um, so wide receiver position, quarterback position, line of scrimmage is kind of the only concern I have. DJ Lagway signing up for Baylor. I know there's a connection with his dad. Me and you talked on the phone about this. Oh yeah, and Chris mentioned the Elon kid, the quarterback from Elon. There's been people like, sorry to bounce around, but there's been people kind of shitting on that one, like joking kind of on that one. And I'm like,
Hmm.
y'all, But when he brought in Trinidad, people were doing the same thing, and Trinidad ended up being a pretty good thing. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't sleep on that kid from Elon at all. Um, and Georgia and Tennessee were hard after him. Yes, Georgia and Georgia's trending right now for a quarterback from the 2026 class that just got out of his college thing with Oregon since Will Stein left. But DJ Lagway, man, I don't I get the connection with Baylor. His dad played there, but I am really surprised there wasn't much more traction with him at other schools. I don't know what I'm missing, Austin. Like I'm not like our guy Snacks that comes on our channels, or Sean or Jamal. You know, they know a lot about the X and O's and all that stuff, and that's just not my lane. I don't know. I'm not ready to give up on Lagway, but it seems like I don't know. It seems like everybody else is. I
Well,
mean,
I'm me and you are in the same boat, so maybe
I don't
that's
know
why
what I'm
we're
missing.
sitting here talking on an iPad on a Thursday night. You know, um, I'm with you. I'm kind of disappointed. Like, good, I mean, good for Baylor, but I wanted to see him go somewhere and see what he could do. Because I think his ceiling is super high.
Yeah, like
Um,
I feel like people are giving up on him too quickly. But
yeah,
again, I don't know what I'm missing. Like
it,
LSU really wasn't in it with him. Miami is still needing one, and they haven't really tried for him. I'm kind of shocked.
yeah. Lagway is one of those kind of like Lenore Sellers out of South Carolina. I wanted him to transfer. I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him on the big with the team that could really do something and see what he does. Um, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fit for Baylor. I like it for Baylor a lot. Their offensive scheme, I think he could flourish in. I think it's an air raid scheme,
Yeah.
and so I really like that fit for him. I'm just surprised, man. I'm just surprised. Even Tennessee, like Tennessee is swinging and missing on every quarterback they're trying to guard. Why are they not? I don't get it, man. I'll have to. I know Snacks is on here, Jamal's on here. I would love for them guys to chime in at some point on their shows or here on this and kind of explain it to me from their side of or their point of view because I just don't get it, man. I figured he would be a hot commodity. Indiana, man, they're pulling in they're pulling a good class. According to On Three, man, they've got the number two. Yeah. So Snacks and Snack said, "I like what Lagways where player hurt with bad play calling all year." That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. And Jamal said, "I hope the best for DJ. I hope he has the weapons though." Sellers would kill it at LSU with Kiffin and those receivers. I agree. Yes. We
I
usually
agree.
don't like kids transferring, but Sellers is one of those. I don't get why he didn't transfer because he has a bad offensive line. He is getting no help at that
He
school.
has no
Uh,
help, and I think he could be great.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'd love to see him under Kiffin.
Yeah, I would too. I wanted to see Lagway with Kiffin. Like I like the Levitt fit. I'm a big Levitt guy. He let me down this year, but I wanted to see Lagway with Kiffin so bad. Um, it's got to say something that him and Dylan both stayed. Yeah. Yeah, at South Carolina, Dylan Stewart's who he's talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, no, I want to give them all the kudos for staying. Like I usually don't preach transfer, transfer, transfer.
Yeah,
Um, so and like Joseph mentioned, they did hire Kendall Browse, and that's a good scheme. That's a good scheme for him. So, all right, Indiana man, good portal class so far, dude. They got Nick Marsh receiver at Miss, and again, we're gonna have a deep portal show like winners and losers of the portal next Thursday, first off-season show of the year, will be our transfer portal show. So that's why we're not going to talk about a lot of it tonight. But I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. Indiana with Nick Marsh, Saz Preston, wide receiver from Tulane, and then Josh Hoover at TCU. So, man, Indiana seems to be doing it again.
I can't wait to see what Josh Hoover does at Indiana because it seemed like they're doing a great job of just grabbing that quarterback in the portal every year that everybody thought could be great, but really didn't, peak. And I mean, obviously, we see what Mendoza's done this year, so that's something I've got my eye on next year. Is how well, because we were all high on Josh Hoover and thought he had potential coming into this season, and he kind of everything we had question marks around it showed a little bit.
Jamal
Um,
loves him. From Athletes Forum podcast,
yeah,
Jamal loves Hoover in Indiana.
yeah,
Because of
I,
the RPO system.
yeah, I'm excited to watch that and curious to see how it plans out.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Is there anything else that I've missed on the portal that's happened this week? I don't think I have, which I haven't been paying a crap ton of attention to. We got Colorado offensive lineman. His name is escaping me now. That was a big deal. That God, I can't remember his name, but he's set to visit Mississippi State. I think Texas is going to get a look. I actually think Texas was trending last I checked. But our boy Jamal said on his show last night, "Watch out for Mississippi State." Damn, I can't remember his name. I was trying to filler bus, like trying to keep going
Jordan
until
Seaton,
Jordan Seaton. That's it. We were just talking about him on TikTok Live, but yeah, that's a big one. That one's going to command a lot of
yeah,
money, though. That one's going to command. They said the starting asking price was 2.5.
dang,
Hey, them all, hey, when and you know what? I don't mind paying that for an offensive lineman because we were talking about this on the Veteran Sports Voice podcast too. That one of the things that's hard to find in the portal is offensive linemen because teams are wising up quickly these last couple of years and realizing like these are dime a dozens. Like you can't once you get these offensive linemen from high school and you develop them, they got to be kept. And if you go
yeah,
look at Miami and Indiana, those guys, those two programs kept their offensive linemen together and kept it, intact. And it's really important to retain your offensive linemen. So when one goes in the portal, which is very rare when one of his caliber goes in it, is really important to get in on that.
yeah. No, I agree. Um, yeah, I think offensive lineman, that's definitely the most underrated position on the field.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. National championship, man. Indiana. 8.5 versus Miami. So Indiana has outscored their opponents 94-25 in the playoffs. 94-25.
A lot of that was padded by 38-3. I'm kidding. They beat everybody.
Oh man, yeah. It's man, Indiana's a monster,
Listen,
man.
they really are. And look, I think if Indiana, I will say this: don't underestimate a team that's been sitting around for 10 days, and all they've heard is you're going to get your ass kicked. You have absolutely zero shot, no chance at all. I mean, this is a Mario Cristobal special. We talk about he doesn't do well when he's supposed to win. Um, I find me one person that's picking Miami.
Well, actually, I think she
Wh-
did pick. Well, no, she may have picked. I got to give a shout out on the show because I promised her I would. I have a customer named Miss Jackie at Reformed Products in Waycross, Georgia. Um, and I go to them every Tuesday and Thursday, and I've gotten extremely close with them. They're one of my best customers that I deal with every week. And so I got in on their bracket challenge before the playoffs start. And
Yeah,
her national championship pick, Indiana versus Miami.
with Miami winning it.
I think she had Miami winning it. Her husband, Mr. Jacob, which is another amazing person, he's a diehard Miami fan.
Okay.
So yeah, she had Miami, Indiana, and I told her this morning. I went to her today, and I said, "I'm going to shout you out on the show because I don't think there was many people picking Miami, Indiana in the national championship."
No, look, cute little shout out, but um, I don't think anybody even since Miami's in there now, nobody's given them a shot. And
Neither is Vegas.
you're right. Neither is Vegas, and it's kind of pissing me off, and I'm wanting to give Miami a shot now. Miami's been my underdog pick all season long since the off season.
Yes, you got to give
And
yourself some props because my guy,
yeah,
we mocked you. I mocked you for picking them to win the ACC, and now these jokers are going to win, possibly win the national championship.
well, I was wrong with them winning the ACC. 7-5 Duke won the ACC.
That's true.
Um, but yeah, no, look, I mean, for Miami to be sitting where they are is, great, but um, I don't know. We can break down the numbers all we want. We can talk about it, but at the end of the day, everybody deep down inside just thinks this game is about to be a beatdown, including myself. Even though it's pissing me off because I'm like, this is a national championship. Uh, you can't tell me they don't have a shot. Um, so I'm hoping they come out with an underdog mentality and at least try to keep it close. Um, don't y- the rest of the world had to suffer through that Georgia TCU national championship a couple years ago. Don't do that to us again.
I mean, I kind of
'Cause
enjoy it.
I know you enjoyed that one. So maybe this will be payback for you to have to watch it. And, we got to stay up on a Monday night because we got to live react to the national championship. At least give us a game to watch.
Yeah. For some reason, the comments stopped showing up, and I'm now getting a crap load of comments. So, everybody, I'm so sorry that I did not see any of these. We had the last comment we had was at 8:44 p.m. and we now have like several. So I am so sorry I missed these. I didn't. It just now showed up. Yeah, they're all coming in at one time. Yeah, so I missed a bunch of these. Yeah, I missed them. I've got 500 on Miami plus the points. Yeah, I took the point
Mm.
on a bet. Yeah, I hate that I missed all these, man. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I missed everything. Yeah, sorry we missed y'all's comments. But yeah, there's quite a few that I missed. Anyway, man, I don't know. I'm 0-3 against picking Miami, so I know who Miami fans want me to pick. They want me to pick Indiana. Man, what's the weakness of this Indiana team? Is my biggest question. Like, I don't know. Because I don't know
their
what it is, man. That
their
they
weak
run it
their
good.
their weakness is their offensive line, I think, on pass blocking, but Mendoza's so strong under pressure, it
Yeah, their
doesn't
left
show up.
tackle. Their tackles are kind of like their biggest weakness, but it doesn't really show up. I mean, they run the ball well. They're efficient. We've talked about that 1,000 times. I just like they stay ahead of the chains. And then their defense, like man, their defense confuses the hell out of quarterbacks. Pre-snap, they show one thing and then they're doing another post-snap, and it just confuses the guys. I mean, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson, two quarterbacks that I felt like have had pretty good seasons. Ty Simpson's looking like going to be maybe a first round pick. Hell, I hope he is with how much money he turned down from Miami and Tennessee. We didn't even get to
Yeah,
that in our portal talk. We
no.
That's the part I probably forgot to mention. But yeah, with how they made him look average. And listen to this: Bama average. This is how good the defense is played. Bama averaged 3.6 yards per play on first down, 1.7 yards per run on first down. Oregon, 4.4 yards per first down play. They popped that 171-yard run on first down in the third quarter. All the other runs was 2.1 yards. Hoosiers on the season has given up an average of 2.9 yards per run. What does Miami like to do? They like to run the ball. I don't know, man. I don't see a weakness for this team. I don't see where Miami has an advantage. Like, where is that advantage? I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball against them. I don't think they're going to be able to
No.
put it on Beck's shoulder to beat Indiana. It's almost like we said, and it's almost like we said with those old. We keep talking about vintage Alabama. That's what they remind us of, and like, I don't see them winning unless it's similar to how you used to beat Nick Saban. Like they play that Indiana has a bad game. They
Yeah.
throw a couple of picks, got a fumble here and there, keep it close and Miami wins a close one. I just don't know how they win this game, man. And then I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, that's exactly what I just said. Like you can pull numbers and everything you want, but this Indiana team, I mean, again, you know, maybe Miami keeps it close for the first half just because of like I said, they've sat here for the last 10 days hearing how you had no chance. But I hate to tell them, but I really don't think they do have a chance.
Clip that.
I appreciate that.
I'm not gonna
Uh,
have Miami fans hating just me. They're gonna
listen,
hate you too.
look, I hope I'm wrong, mainly because I want to see a good game. But you know, I will say, the coaching mistakes that you complained about from Indiana in the playoffs last year,
Mm-mm,
just getting super conservative, has not showed up yet.
mm-mm,
Um, they also haven't really been tested. So if
mm-mm.
Miami can come out and maybe pop them in the mouth and maybe catch them off guard with something, uh, see how they respond. That would be the only thing I would say. Well, no, not even that, because they were tested against Penn State. They had to come
Yeah,
back
I
and
wrote that down. Indiana's the most complete team in college football. They've won big and they've won from behind. I mean, they've won all kind of different ways. They've won close games, big games, from behind, comebacks, whatever you name. This team has done it. Like I have not. I
and
can't. I don't
and
know.
it's it's got to be a bad feeling to know you're fisting and toting an ass whooping in your own stadium too.
Yeah, and I actually think Indiana will be there. Be more. There will be more Indiana fans than Miami in their own city.
Dude, kudos, shout out to the Indiana fans, man. They've been at every game.
Every game's been a home game for them.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, this is uncharted territory for them, and soak it in, because take it from a couple of guys whose teams went on runs there for a while. Uh, it can end.
Okay,
Not that
well,
you're
yeah,
not that yours is ended. It's just I mean,
feels like it has.
it's been a little while.
It has been a little while. I'm still gonna wear my 21 national championship shirt. Um, and 22.
I still have some 2011, 2012.
And I'm gonna wear that shit proudly.
Hey,
Next 20 years.
when I'm feeling down after watching the Bama game now, I just pull it all out and, you know, place it
I
around my room and just
I
stare
have a
at it.
I have a thing where the day after a Georgia loss, I'll put on a national championship shirt and wear it the next day, just to just to make me feel better. Like, hey, we did win one at one point,
Yeah.
and just to remind people because I know when I go out in town and they see me with a Georgia shirt, they talk shit, and I'm like, well, let me wear national championship gear while I'm after a loss. When Ole Miss beat us, I wore our 2022 national championship shirt.
That's funny.
I don't know. I do it every time. Oh man. But man, I don't know, man. I don't like I don't like also I don't like Beck in this game. I want to give Beck his flowers for how he's navigated this team, how he's made big plays when it matters. Like he made some really big plays in the Ole Miss game. I mean, he won them the game with that
Yep.
touchdown. But Indiana, man, they pressured Dante Moore and Ty at 51.2% of their dropbacks. Beck under pressure is under 50% completion, and he has 6 turnover-worthy plays. And I haven't seen. I just think Indiana's going to get to his ass, and it's going
I
to mess.
mean, Miami's offensive line is better than those two teams.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I will say that. I do still think they're going to get to him. And how he responds to that, I think, will be the difference in the game. And when I say difference, a difference of it being a 50-point game or a 10-point game. Um, but I mean, I don't know. They're Miami's only two the two things that have to happen to even give them a shot is their O line has to play lights out, and they need Ruben Bain to have a game like he did against Ohio State. And when he gets his hands on Mendoza, he's got to take him down.
And that what's the other kid's name? Messidor.
Yeah,
Messidor too. They gotta have a
yeah,
big
yeah. They got to have a big
I think
game,
our
and
comment
they got to get Mendoza down.
I think our comments are messed up because there's nothing showing up again. So if y'all are commenting on this and for some reason StreamYard is just not showing comments right now, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I didn't pay the bill or something. I think I did. But StreamYard is not showing comments for some reason. So I don't know if anybody's been commenting, but if you are, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing them for some reason. I got the comments pulled up, but they're not coming in. Anyway, all right, let's make our picks. We're not going to go an hour tonight because we're only talking one game. We did some transfer portal updates. Let's make our picks. Austin, you go first. Let's do score prediction too. And you know I hate that.
I know.
I don't like making score prediction, but I will.
Give me Indiana 38-14.
Ooh, I just wrote down mine. I wrote Indiana 31-17. So Indiana, according to We Talk Ball, is going to be your 2025 national champions.
I
Let's
hope I'm wrong.
yeah, Big Ten with
But but I
Odin.
but I but I don't at the same time. Like, because
Yeah.
I'm so torn with this game. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it is fabulous for college football for Indiana to win this. Um, I love this Indiana football team. Like, I have nothing against them other than they're in the Big Ten, and my SEC bias is showing. But and I picked Miami to have a good season. Preseason, but they made the
Well, we
national
got to root
championship.
for our
So,
own our
so
own predictions. That's what we
yeah.
do.
But to be fair, though, I mean they're in the national championship game, and I was laughed at just for saying they had a chance to win the ACC
All the
championship. So
comments just showed up again.
here they come.
Yeah,
So
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on StreamYard, but we've missed all these comments. They're not showing up. Anyway, go ahead.
um, but anyhow, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Miami makes this a game, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
Beck has a lot. I mean, because this is as close to a NFL style defense as you're going to see.
yeah. I
Um,
just hope he wins because he was just treated so badly at UGA. Anyway, I'm sorry. That narrative is getting on my damn nerves. Man was
I
treated like a
mean,
effing king. Fans don't count. I'm talking about UGA, the school.
I know.
No, you want to say
Um, well, I started to make you go on a rant, but I'm not.
well,
Um,
tonight.
no, I any more comments to pop up?
I'm looking. They're like, so what's happening is our comments, like we were getting them back to, we were getting them as people were commenting, and then
Yeah.
now they're coming in like as a group, like just out of nowhere, there'll be like 6 or 7 of them just pop up at one time, and rather than I don't know what's happening with StreamYard, but yeah, there is more comments. Comments we missed. Yeah, they just never showed up. So
I wonder. I guarantee you, there's a bet on DraftKings of which coach is going to smile first
oh, it
Monday
won't.
night.
Yes, yes. I'll take that bet. It won't be Kurt Sinetti.
It won't be Signetti. I don't know. Mario Cristobal has had this, stoic look on him on the sidelines that you're not used to seeing from him. Um,
He pushed his one
but
coach off of him celebrating too early.
yeah, so well, I don't know. It's it's still a national championship. It's the last game of the season, which is
Yeah.
kind of depressing. Um, I'm ready for Monday.
Let me ask you this to close out
All right.
because it's been a discussion. I don't think me and you've had this discussion. If we have, you could tell me. We just both picked Indiana to win. So Indiana is going to be our national champion. Still crazy to say.
Yep.
Uh, is Kurt Sinetti the best coach in college football?
We had this talk last week.
Okay, dang.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
Um,
I've already clipped enough out of that then.
yeah, you was trying to get me to.
Yeah.
Unless Mario Cristobal beats him, and then is Cristobal the best coach in football?
No,
No, thank you.
no.
Uh, yeah, no, I think he has worked his way up there. I The only thing I have with Kurt Signetti now is what does his future hold? Um, Look, he's about to win a national championship at Indiana. It can be done at Indiana.
Hmm.
Does he stay at a school like that? I mean, they obviously can afford to pay him because they did.
Yeah.
So
He's going
does
to
he?
get a raise if he wins the national championship according to his contract.
Right. So it's like, does he stay there? Can he sustain? You know, Tiger Woods was quoted one time saying, you want to be known as great. Anybody can do something one time, but do it over and over and over. Do it over 10 years, do it over 20 years. But obviously not that long in football, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Can he sustain this? Particularly, look, it's only a matter of time before somebody gets in here and puts some regulations on the portal. Um, you know, does that take away from a school like in Indiana or Ole Miss having a shot at winning national championships? I don't know. I'm thinking theoretically now, but just that'll be our future.
Yeah. I, as far as best coach, I don't know where I stand. I've flip flopped on this. We're gonna get into that when we do our coaches rankings. So I'm not gonna even entertain. I shouldn't even ask. I did, forgot we talked about it last week, but I will say this: this is the single best coaching job I think ever. Uh, I don't care if he goes 0-12 for the next 3 years. I don't care. He could lose 40 games in a row for the next however many years that equals up. This is the best coaching job ever, and I don't think we'll see another coaching job like this. Like if you go look at this wasn't a their preseason odds to win a national championship was. I mean, it was high.
Yeah.
um, you're going to be a very rich person if you took Indiana to win a national championship. Um, yeah, I just think it's the best coaching job ever done, and I don't give two shits if he goes 0-12 next year. That ain't gonna change my mind. I don't, and it's not like he's doing this with Mendoza's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Mendoza's this generational dude like this. I don't think he's that. Uh,
Carson Beck has 200 yards, 200 more
yeah,
yards passing than Mendoza does.
and yeah, I guess
Now he has almost 100 more attempts.
yeah,
So, that just comes from that efficiency.
yeah, and
They
I'm
just
not
don't
taking
they
nothing
don't
away
waste
from yeah,
downs.
I'm not taking away nothing from Mendoza. I'm just saying like he doesn't have like Gene Chiswick has a national championship. We don't talk about that being the best coaching job. That was Cam Newton. Ed Orgeron has a national championship. We don't sit here and consider him one of the best because he had Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and all them dudes. Like there's not a guy on this Indiana team that's like Cam Newton or Justin
I,
Jefferson.
I remember saying that about Clemson back in the day. Could Dabo win without having a generational type quarterback? When he had Deshaun Watson and
Trevor,
uh thank you, Trevor Lawrence. I kept wanting to say Sunshine. Um, he had Trevor Lawrence back to back, and that's when he won his national championships. And um, I don't like you say, you don't want to take anything away from that. He had some guys around him, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that could have won national championships with those guys at quarterback. Um, so yeah, I'm with you. It's
yeah,
like I said last week. This is one of the best teams of all time.
I agree. Snacks did not agree with my LSU. I actually don't know where I stand on the whole LSU Indiana thing. I actually participated in it, and I shouldn't have because I really actually hate it. I hate that we do this every year, and I am gonna sound like a hypocrite because I participated in it on our Twitter page. I put out what I said on the Twitter page about it being better than 2019 LSU.
Hmm.
And if I'm going to be honest, hate me if you want. I was just trying to get some clicks on the Twitter page because I knew LSU fans. If there's one thing you can do to piss off an LSU fan, is just bring up anybody being better than 2019 LSU. They're gonna fight you, and nobody bid on it, so it didn't succeed. So and I don't know if I truly believe that myself. I haven't thought about it too much. I kind of regret putting it out there because I don't like I put something out there that I don't even know if I believe myself, and I think that's stupid. So I shouldn't have done that. But um, yeah, I don't know where I stand on that, but I do think this. I will say for sure this is the best coaching job ever in college football. I don't think I'm a prisoner of the moment either. I can't think of another. I can't think of nothing on top of my head because this has never been done. Like somebody did
Yeah,
a side of I think it was on three or rivals. Well, they're the same company, but the rivals page had put on a Chris Lowe, I think, wrote an article on it, like how many 4 and 5 stars Miami has and how many Indiana has, and it's like it wrecks your brain because everything you've ever knew about college football should tell you just by that graphic alone, it should tell you Miami's going to blow the shit out of Indiana. That's
yeah,
that's what that's what always happened. That's how the sport has always been, and I think we're both pretty confident. Vegas is pretty confident that Indiana's going to beat the shit out of them, and they're going to do it with 3 4 stars and a bunch of JMU transfers. And I don't know, man, my mind's blown. Is this I'm not ready to do like all the media. That's why I'm not quite sure if I'm actually going to put Kurt Cinetti as #1 head coach in America. I'm gonna not overreact like the media tends to do because we're now in the phase where the media is like getting ready. As soon as Indiana, I can already see the articles. The old era is dead. This is the new era. I need to see this more than just one time for me to declare recruiting
it's
doesn't
not.
matter.
It's not one time. The guy's 26-2 over the last 2 seasons, though.
That's fair.
He's done it back to back seasons. We went down on him this year from a expectation standpoint because we thought he would fall off because of everybody he lost last year, and damn, he got better. So I'm with you on saying, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying. Can you sustain this and do it over and over, year in, year out? I don't know, but I do know 2 years in a row you've done it.
That's fair. But could you say 2 years is still a small sample size?
I agree.
And we're talking about, but again, we're talking about does recruiting not matter anymore? Is this now such a new era that you can do it the Kirk Cincinnati way and win a national championship? He didn't win a national championship last year. He got beat by a team that had way more blue chip players than Notre Dame. So it didn't prove that what that
Yeah.
we're talking about was still proven right. I'm just all my point is let's please just not overreact to Indiana winning and just declare this officially the new era. I need to see, either him do it again in a couple of years or see another team of that caliber of players do it. Like I still think you're going to see starting next year. I think we're going to see a Oregon, a Texas, a Georgia, Ohio State, those kind of programs win a national championship. I don't think this is the start of something. I could be wrong. I mean, I can tell you I didn't have Indiana being in the playoff this year, so I definitely can be wrong. All the comments are showing up again. What the hell's going on in StreamYard, man?
Yeah. I I'll give you that. Um, I do think we're in a new era in a sense of what um I do think we're in a new era in a sense. I mean, you had a 12-team playoff this year. Take out your two G5 schools who get a gimme. So out of 10 schools, three of those schools are Miami, Indiana, Ole Miss.
Hmm.
All hell, two of those schools are now in the national championship, and one of them was in the semifinals. Um, so, but I do agree with you. It does feel like Pops likes to say the cream rise to the top, and your blue bloods still are gonna. I think for the most part win national championships.
Now the comments are coming as they go. I don't know what's going on. Jamal brought up a good point. Can Indiana be the next Clemson? I guess we can say Dabo was first to build a nobody to something. That's true because now I will push back a little bit. Clemson did have a national championship like back in the 80s. Granted, they were cheating, but I mean, I guess now in today's era, we wouldn't call that cheating. Um,
Georgia had a national championship back in the 80s.
yeah, but Georgia's always had that potential. Jackass.
Maybe in your eyes.
I'm gonna mute my fucking mic. I had to beat myself.
All right, you feel better?
Yeah, a lot better. Snacks actually says 2006 Miami #1, then 2019 LSU.
Hmm.
I mean, those Miami teams were loaded.
They were.
I mean, and don't they still have dudes playing in the NFL? No, I think they're all retired by now.
They got to be retired
Yeah, they're
now,
all
but
retired by now. But like, they had like dudes that had like not 3 or 4 year careers, like 10, 11, 12 year, a couple of Hall of Famers,
yeah,
if I remember
no,
right.
yeah, no. Look, Miami was a. I mean, they were a blue blood back in the day. Obviously, in the last 20 years, they hadn't been, but you know, here they are. They're
And
back.
if Miami wins, then we ain't got to worry about this talk because Miami is a traditional top 5 recruiting class. They recruit top 5, top 10 every year.
I agree, but they at the same time, would they be where they are right now without the transfer portal?
No, 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 no. But that wasn't my argument.
Okay, you're
My
saying
argument is what?
live strictly off.
No, it's not even the portal. It's that Indiana's winning with like not a high rate of 5 stars or 4 stars,
Yeah,
which is what you used to have to do. Like they're winning like with G5 guys that were rated like 3 stars, 2 stars. Like
yeah.
none of these dudes were rated highly. I wish if you could like filibuster for just like 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, maybe like 30 seconds, I could find that graphic that they put up there.
I'm telling you, man, it's only a matter of time. And I know we're just talking, shooting shit right now, but it's only a matter of time before schools start to, you know, Georgia go to, I don't know, Georgia Southern and say, hey, we're going to recruit for you and essentially treat them like a minor league school, help coach them up and then turn around and let them transfer into Georgia when they're ready for, for game time. I truly think that's only a matter of time, and honestly, that's what a lot of coaches, Lane Kiffin, Signetti is doing now is letting kids get playing time other places, and then seeing how they are, and bringing them in.
This is it. Sorry, it took me long. I seen a Georgia update on the recruit. I was reading real quick. There was a 2027 kid that was an offensive lineman that had a Georgia in the graphic, and it was saying one school stands out. I got a little distracted there. I would have got this up sooner. Had to catch up on that. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, 53rd, 60th, 59th, and 29th ranked classes. Miami's 14, 5, 8, 13. I mean, 2 top 10 classes. That's elite. 1 top 5, which is really elite.
Yeah,
Uh, and 14 and 13 isn't no slouch. But 5 and 8 is pretty good. And that was more so of what my discussion was how unprecedented they are in terms of recruiting rankings. Like
yeah,
and kids that they've hit on the portal aren't kids that are like, 5 star or X5 or X4 stars. They're all James Madison kids from James Madison. And
yeah,
those weren't highly recruited out of high school. He took the Indiana job and basically took the majority of his good players at James Madison and and grabbed a couple of portal additions like Mendoza and a couple of others. And yeah, I mean it's just unprecedented. And I'm curious to see if yeah, curious to see what happens. I'm also like okay with the fact of just saying that this may be just Signetti just may be um he just may be one of one. This may not be something that's duplicated.
Yeah.
All right, we actually did make it almost an hour. That's crazy.
I
I
know.
was really like 29 minutes. I was like, we're fixing to end this, and then we went on a discussion and
Well,
lasted.
that's because you took 20 minutes to read your Twitter feed while you were looking for something.
Well, listen, Georgia needs more offensive linemen, and there was an update, and I couldn't pass it up. Go dogs! All right, guys, we appreciate y'all. We will. I very seriously doubt Austin will join. At this point, I don't know that I will, but I know Pops and them will. I probably will. Live reaction Monday after the game. We will. Comments are showing up again. Indiana destroyed Oregon with true James Madison starters, while the other James Madison backups got blown out of the water this year. But yeah, I know we'll do a live reaction after the national championship. I'm pretty sure we will. I have nobody in the group chat said anything, but we've done it all through the
We will.
playoffs.
Yeah.
So we'll do it on this one. And then next Thursday will be the start of the off season. Me and Austin will at some point we will take a week off. I don't think we'll do it right away because we want to jump right into the portal stuff. But there may be a week at some point in February we'll take off and take 1 week off and then go right back to it and maybe take one more week off in the summer. But other than that, other than maybe 2 weeks out of the off season, we're gonna be here every Thursday night, man. 7th or 8:30. Is it 8:30 in the off season?
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30 in the off seasons, and
That just helps me get the kids down to bed.
yeah, and it's fine with me too. So yeah, 8:30. We don't go anywhere after the season. We are here all year long to talk
To
ball,
talk ball.
to talk ball, and we don't talk realignment. We ain't talking playoff expansion. Mm, we are not talking that. We're not talking suing, court battles,
There's a
fixing
re-
shit.
there's a reason we named our show "We Talk Ball."
We don't talk none of that bullshit. We talk ball. We're gonna talk portal. We're gonna talk head coaches rankings. We're gonna do team drafts. We're gonna do Heisman drafts. We're gonna be gearing up for the 2026 season. It'll be here before you know it. We'll have our season previews, everything, and it's
We'll
all
talk
gonna be
spring.
about ball.
We'll talk a
So,
little spring practice.
yep, spring practice. We'll do. I mean, I think last year we did. Spring question marks for each team's. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna do all those things again. A lot of the stuff we did last year we're bringing in. We'll add some new stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. So come join the ride with us if you want to get away from all that. Listen, the off season is now turned into where it's all about the stuff off the field. It's about court battles, it's about lawsuits, it's about how to fix college football, and how to fix college football is great and wonderful. But we here at We Talk Ball, we just want to talk ball. That's it. So if that's what you want to do, we're also going to have a couple of shows that are not college football related. We're going to have a college baseball one, Chasing Omaha, which I'm super excited about. College baseball is a sport that is getting like massive, and people
Yeah.
more and more people are
Absolutely.
paying attention to it.
As
So
they
and we
should,
talk,
because
yeah,
it's an awesome atmosphere, man.
yeah. And we'll do some March Madness. I don't know that we will on We Talk Ball, but other shows will. I may hop on them. Austin may hop on them. We'll do some March Madness stuff. College softball. Pops has talked about doing something with college softball, which I love. So, yeah, let's have fun. And we'll see y'all Monday night. And then me and Austin will see you Thursday. Y'all have a good one. Go follow us at College Sports Crew on YouTube.